Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we had done the rhyming scheme and what is sonnet. Now the poem The Soldier. I have introduced Rupert Brooke before you. He is a great sonneteer and famous as a war poet. His 5 sonnets are very famous in the world. Before the First World War, his sonnets were at the tongue of the English because it was full of patriotism. A sonnet is divided into 2 parts. The first stanza of the sonnet is of 8 lines and it is called octave. And the last stanza is of 6 lines and it is called a sestet. Now the poem itself. Rupert Brooke say, if I should die, think only this of me, that there is some corner of a foreign field that is forever England. Rupert Brooke clearly assumes a symbolic role that eventually turned into the myth of a young and beautiful fallen warrior. In this poem, he wants that if he should die, think only of his death, and he believes that he is the dust of England, of his motherland, England, and his grave, be it a foreign country or England itself or a part of the world, this dust will be hidden under the grave in that country, and that country should be England for the poet. This is the feeling of the poet in the lines. If I should die, think only this of me. He says that the life is appropriate thing to sacrifice for the nation, for what has been given to the poet by the nation. That there is some corner of a foreign field, the grave of the poet may be some foreign field. He may die in the foreign land and his grave will be the foreign land. But he is a part of England, he is a dust of England, and a dust will be engraved in that grave, so that part will be England for the poet. In that rich earth, a richer dust concealed. Concealed means hidden. In that rich earth, a richer dust concealed. Now a dust whom England bore, shaped, made aware. Now he is describing that dust, the life of the poet, the body of the poet was shaped, was made aware, he was educated there, gave once her flowers to love. England gave him so many flowers to see, her ways to roam, and there were so many ways on which the poet could walk and wander, a body of England's breathing English air, and the nation has provided him a body to breathe English air. He is very proud that he is an Englishman. And think this heart all evil shed away, washed by the rivers, blessed by sons of home. And that part of the land which is called England is washed by rivers and sun rays. There is beauty of nation in this. In the first stanza, this first stanza is almost over. The second stanza, and think this heart all evil shed away. England has provided him so much knowledge that his mind is quite clear from the evil. There is no any kind of evil in the mind. Such teachings have been provided by England to the poet. A pulse in the eternal mind no less gives somewhere back the thoughts by England given. Now he says that he will be a pulse in the eternal mind. The people will see his grave and he will be remembered forever. He will be a pulse in the eternal mind. Eternal mind means unending line, unending existence. Give somewhere back the thoughts by England given. Her sights and sounds is reminding the sounds of England. Dreams happy as her day. The days are very beautiful. The days of England are very beautiful. As dreams, he is comparing the days of the England with dream and laughter and happiness which have been provided by the motherland of the poet, learnt of friends, and the laughter which his friends gave to him, and gentleness, and he had been made a gentleman in heads of peace under an English heaven. And he thinks that England is a heaven, no less than heaven. Very full of patriotism. This is the poem.